Well, hello there, and welcome back to my channel. So, in today's speed build, I am building a starter home, another one. I know, I love building starter homes on my channel, but this starter home is for 8 Sims. So what I did is I calculated how many simoleons your family would get if you had created 8 Sims to start out with, and it was, I believe, around, oh, I can't remember the math right now, but it was like in the mid 30K. I'll put it down below because I don't remember how much, but I did subtract how much the lot value is from that so that it would be, realistic and it made sense. And yeah, it came out looking surprisingly better than I expected. So there is 4 bedrooms in this house. However, there's only 1 bathroom. I know that's gonna be a challenge, but you got to take what you can. I easily could have added a second bathroom. Let's be honest, I probably should have, but I don't know. I'm still happy with how it came out though. It's very well decorated. Not very well decorated, but it's nicely decorated. It's not just a boring looking starter home. And part of me, like halfway through doing this build, I was like, am I doing this right? This feels like it's too easy. And I felt like something was wrong. Like there's no way that this is a starter home, but I did have, quite a few simoleons. Like I had more than 10,000 extra simoleons than you normally would get with just 1 sim. So it made a lot of sense. And I feel like the way that I did this build, it actually worked out for this challenge, I guess, because I managed to find a layout that was both practical and had enough space for everything and wasn't too cramped, but at the same time was still inexpensive because walls are expensive, y'all. Like I was planning on separating the kitchen from the living, and I was like, no, we're not doing that today. We are keeping it all open because this is more of an open plan concept, and we're keeping it simple. But yeah, this is generally the shape that I go with. It obviously does get some adjusting here and there, but yeah, I'm really happy with this build. And if you want to download this house, you can find it on the gallery under my username luccaowens. It is LUCCAOWENS, as well as the hashtag Lucca. So this house is a green theme, I will say that. There's very much so a boho kind of light neutral kind of vibe on the interior, and then the exterior is like this nice light sagey green color. And the brick from the base game, that is like that brick that we got patched in a couple years ago, you know what I'm talking about. At least if you know, you know. But that brick that I used is my favorite brick in the game, and I recently discovered this like light green swatch, and I'm obsessed with it. So I used it with the green siding that I also love very dearly. And I also found a swatch of the wainscoting from the Parenthood game pack. It's just that, good old fashioned wainscoting that we, all know and love. And there's a swatch where it has like a gray base, and then the walls are like painted like this very pale green color, and I really liked it here. And I was also trying out a little tiling thing here. I do unfortunately change that, but see, here's that green, and I don't know, I was kind of living for it in this build. It made sense. But yeah, I really like the colors. I really like what I did with this build because it's a color palette that I'm not really used to doing all the time. And when it comes to building in The Sims, like me, I've been building and creating speed builds since 2016, and I put 2 builds out every week, and so it can be kind of you can get burnt out with using the same stuff over and over. But in this case, I was like, oh, this is different. This is new. Like the flooring with that wallpaper, just the tones, I don't know, that it just did something for me that I was like, I want to do this again. This is very nice. But here I am just getting all the beds laid out. I wanted to make sure that every room had enough space for 2 beds so that it wasn't like the Sims were fighting each other. And I made sure that you know, also too, I wanted to make sure they had enough simoleons for just some beds that weren't uncomfortable. I refuse to use the very cheap beds because I know that those make your Sims just not as comfortable. So I don't know, just that's something that I try to do in my starter homes anymore. And I don't know, it's just the more I did this build, the more I was surprised with how nice and like kind of semi furnished. It's not even semi-furnished. It's like pretty fully furnished. I don't know. It's still shocking to me because like I'm so used to doing, I guess that it does make sense because I have been doing a lot of those starter home challenges where I do like a 10K starter or a 5K starter or something like that. But I don't know. It's just, it's having all these simoleons felt like my Sims were rich. Also, I am so sorry if you hear a lot of traffic. Me and my boyfriend thought that having our little office in the front part of the house made sense because our office is the smaller bedroom. It's the second bedroom in our house, and it's right next to the road, like sadly. And I need to get some kind of like soundproofing things in here. But for now, you'll just occasionally hear like a big old truck pass by because it's early in the day. It's a Monday. It's 10:30 in the morning. I actually have to leave for work in about 20 minutes. But I just thought I'd get this done while I have the time to just sit around and chat. But the house is coming along, and let's be honest, 8 Sims in this house, it's gonna be a pain. Okay, it's a starter home. It makes sense that that's what's gonna be. But you know what? It's gonna work. It's fine. I can already see like so many issues with this house. I'm not lying. Like seeing the Sims, like I'm like, oh my God, having 8 Sims in this tiny little house is going to be chaotic because there's so many spaces where they're all just going to get stuck. But it's fine. I honestly should have taken that one chair at the end of the table and just like gotten rid of it because I'm like, yeah, it doesn't really need to be there because let's be honest, there's not enough chairs for everybody anyway, so why not? But regardless, I do really like how that looks there and like the setup of everything in the kitchen and the dining and the living. And here is the master bedroom. I kept the bedrooms very bare bones simple. I made sure they had a dresser and just a nice rug, and that's it. I didn't really go crazy with decorations. I gave them like some posters or just like a couple pictures just so that it did look kind of nice, but I didn't want it to be like overly done, overly cluttered because A, there's not a lot of space, and B, I'm just trying to save some simoleons. Now I do put in a desk with a computer in this bedroom, and then I think one of the other bedrooms I also managed to fit a small desk in, but I didn't manage to fit it anywhere else. So I was like, I imagine that maybe they do their homework at school, or they do their homework like at the table in the kitchen, or this family obviously is making a lot of how do I word it? Like they are kind of working with the amount of space that they have, and just total 180. This mirror from Seasons, it drives me crazy how high up on the wall it is, and so I had to use the tool mod to lower it a little bit. And yeah, just wanted to clarify that, I guess. But yeah, I love the windows on this house too. They're from the Snowy Escape expansion pack. They're really, really cheap. They're 25 simoleons, and they obviously are they obviously have like more of a purpose of like building more Japanese inspired homes. But I think this white swatch honestly works really, really well for a lot of different styles. And I don't know. I feel like for this house, it made the most sense. It was very practical. They were very cheap. And yeah, they're cute. I really love these windows. The bathroom got a little bit of a green accent theme there. And I did separate the toilet from the shower purely because I was like thinking about gameplay. I was like, if a Sim needs to shower, they can go to that shower and someone can walk in on them and it doesn't matter, I think, because that shower like ignores the privacy thing, I think, because it's a quote unquote outdoor shower, I think. Am I mistaken by that? Am I making that up? No, I don't think I am, because the one in Island Living is similar, right? I don't know, but yeah, I just put that way because I was like, you know what? Yeah, it's not realistic, but it's just good for gameplay in this case. And here I am working on one of the kids' bedrooms. And the thing is, I took a break halfway through and came back and loaded up the household and then resumed to building, and then realized I had caused my items to depreciate. So they aren't going to be depreciated on the gallery, of course, because the gallery doesn't work like that, but they were in the household, like in the game, they were technically depreciated because they were items that had been played with, quote unquote. And so I was like, dang, I can't sell anything if I want to make changes. So I was going to actually swap out a bed and realized that I got less money back than it was actually worth. And I was like, wait, what happened? But I just went with it. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to keep using the bed. If it's not the best, so what? It's just for, a starter home, so it's fine. But yeah, I did put a desk in this little bedroom here. I thought it looked cute. It doesn't have like anything extra on it. It's purely just a little space for them to do homework. But I don't know, maybe the teens use this bedroom and they have more homework, so they have a little desk there in the corner that they share. And I put a little thing of laundry because I was like, this is the teens room. It just feels like a teens room. The pink one is like a more of a girly feminine room. And then this bedroom here, or the yellow bedroom, is a little bit more like gender neutral. And then this bedroom here is a bit more of like emo, witchy, goth. Because I was like, you know what? I don't want to be super gendered when it comes to this, but I also want to just have some vibes for each bedroom. And I was like, you know what? These two are like the middle kids. Maybe the teenagers, quote unquote, are in the back bedroom. They're like they're like seniors, and then these two are like freshmen in high school. So they're like developing into like older teenagers, and that they are, getting into like witchiness or something. I don't really know. But yeah, I kept it pretty simple with the decor, like I said. And I did make sure to put like a rug in each room and a couple posters or just something on the wall to fill in the space. Kept it simple. And I realized at this point I had like 8,000 simoleons left, and I was like, you know what, I'm not going to try to use all of that, but I am going to just try to decorate the place a little bit more. I'm going to add like a few, things on the wall. This thing from the paranormal stuff pack, that like collection of pictures, is really good because it's one item and it's one price and you get all this stuff. And then the same thing goes for that movie hangout. Like, is it movie hangout? I'm pretty sure it's movie hangout, that little collection of like art that's above the couch, that too. And then at this point I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go with a different tile. I like that vibe, but I really want to use this tile because it has like a green undertone and it looked so nice. And here I am moving on to the landscaping. I love the landscaping. It's just, it's just messy, good old fashioned landscaping using the live edit stuff. And this obviously isn't going to affect gameplay whatsoever. It's purely just for decoration. But let's be honest, I don't think, like, if I go to build a house and I'm doing landscaping, if I use the in-game, like the proper, like, purchasable landscaping stuff, I don't know. I just don't play like that. I don't think my Sims would care, and like I personally wouldn't either. So I just wanted to make it look nice for me. I don't care what my Sims care about. Okay, they can just accept the fact that they can't perceive these items. Like, they don't know that they're here. That's weird. If you want to get philosophical with that, that's kind of weird, but we're not going to do that today. But yeah, I just made it look kind of messy. Like with landscaping, there's no plan. There's never a plan. You just pick out stuff and you just kind of throw it around. You put some trees, some bushes, some flowers, some grass. That's all you need. Like, you don't need to make it look lived in, as long as you kind of add detail. I definitely recommend, if you find like a grass, like a plant grass, not a terrain paint, but a plant grass that works for you, and it looks really nice, shrink it down to the smallest size you can and put it like under things like trees, mailboxes, rocks, fence posts, like stuff like that. That's a really good way to add just a small amount of detail without like having to go crazy. And it honestly adds just the right amount of detail. It makes it look a little bit lived in, but not like unkempt, if that makes sense. And of course, these little garden stone pieces from the live edit objects that I used out front to kind of outline the landscaping a bit. That's a really good way that I've been using those lately, because I would usually use them as like pathing, and they still are really good for that, but just surrounding like stuff like that, it honestly works really well. Now that table is actually a game table. I intentionally put it as a game table, so they won't sit and eat at that. At least I don't think so. But I thought that would be nice to just give them something to do outside. I gave them a few planter boxes. I put down some lights because it was kind of dark out front. And yeah, I did do some adjusting with the routing because I moved that coffee table because I was like, ooh, that's going to be a problem. I did put out a little section out back here just to put some bikes because I was like, you know what? That might be kind of a nice idea. Like, it's not really super detailed or decorated, but I was like, this is more of a functional thing where they can just keep their bikes so that the Sims can just like have bikes. But yeah, that is everything today. I hope you all enjoyed this build. Do let me know in the comments down below what you think. And yeah, just if you got to this part of the video, why don't you comment sage green? Yeah. Or your favorite color. Do that too. Comment sage green and then, ooh, tell me your favorite shade of green. That would be nice. But anyways, I love you all. Take care of yourselves. And that is everything. Thank you all so very much for watching. Stay weird. And I will speak to you all next time. Bye, y'all.